there, YouTube. I'm back again today for another game review. And today I'm very excited to check out Booo from Black Rock Games. This is for 2 to 6 players, age is 7+. It'll take about 30 minutes to play. And in Booo, you're going to be playing as a spooky ghost trying to go scare people in a haunted mansion full of colorful doors. But here's the catch. You can only go through one specific colored door in order to reach that human being, and everyone else at the table is going to try to figure out a way to reach that human and scare them while you are doing it. So it is a fast-paced race. It's like a moving maze game. What am I talking about? Let's open it up and I'll tell you what I think. Alright then, we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside of Booo. So first and foremost, we have a handy dandy rule booklet. It's about 5 pages, double-sided, full color, full of pictures, illustrations, examples. Very well done, should have you up and running very smoothly. It's also a very simple game, so I can teach you how to play right now. So in Booo, you are all going to be playing as this little ghost right here. And you're going to be trying to get to a person in order to scare that person. But here's the catch. You're going to have to go through doors that are all the same color on your way to navigating to the person. What am I talking about? Let's go over the components, let's get into the gameplay, and you'll very quickly understand what's going on. So first, you're going to set up the board. The outside of the board is always going to be set up like this, and as you can see, it comes apart. And the inside is always going to be a little bit different, but the big thing is you need to have this little number up right here in the upper left-hand corner. So the board will change ever so slightly. You'll also notice that there's trap doors, and then there's these special ghost symbols down here. The trap doors are pretty self-explanatory. When you go into a room with a trap door, you can instantly teleport to another trap door on the map, and these can be set up however you please. They're double-sided. Now, the ghost spots are going to allow you, when you go into that room, to change the color that you're doing. So, for instance, if I had used white, so let's just say I went white, to white, and then I could go in here and I could say, all right, I'm changing my color now to red, and then I could go out the red door and then keep using the red color. So they're going to allow you to change the color. So that's the board. Over here, you're going to have some tiles, and each time you were able to successfully take the ghost and scare somebody, you are going to take the color of the tile you use. So let's just say I used red to go scare somebody. Let's just do a quick example and say, I don't know, this person was right here, and I just went red, red, boom, got this person. I would get her as a point, but I'd also get this red wall. Now, this is going to be a point potentially at the end of the game, and this is a way to win the game if you ever get 4 wall tiles, but it's also going to be a hindrance to you, as you can no longer use red, the color red, until someone else uses red. So you might find a path, and it's a red path, but you can't do it because you have the red wall. So it's a nice little catch-up mechanism there, but also a way to win the game as well. So, how does it work? Let's go ahead and I'll just set it up and show you. So you're going to have these people over here. They're, however many players you have will dictate how many of these people you will have, and they're going to go in descending order, so starting with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. Now, the person who is going to be placing these out is going to decide which route they want to take at the beginning of the game. Route 1, Route 2, Route 3, Route 4. We'll start with Route 4 just because. So that means this is going to go on the blue and the blue. So we look up here, we say blue, we put it down, and we say go. And now everyone is going to try to find the path to successfully get to her using only one color. At this point, everyone's going to be quiet, and they're trying to stretch their brain, and I'd say boo, and then I'd say orange. So now what I have to do is I have to immediately, without hesitation, take it and go through the orange doors. Orange, orange, going through the door, not using the trap door, and boom, got it. So this goes in front of me. This is worth a point. No one can take it. And I also have this wall, which is worth a point, but someone could potentially steal this from me. And then we do it again. So now we're 2. Got the number 2, and we're doing number 4. So we look down here and we say, all right, we got blue and we have orange. So bam, now we're going over here. Now at this point, everyone is trying to find the route from here to there using only one color, and I can only use any color except for orange. So let's take a look. Boo, white. So that one was pretty easy for me. So we go boom, through the white. Oh no, I'm actually locked out. Oh, I meant to go up here, which means it goes back up here, and now everyone is trying to do it again, but now everybody is probably going to have their eyes on white, and someone else is probably going to say white, and they'll go boom, boom, through the door, through here, boom, get here. The ghost goes here. This goes in front of that person. They have white, and then we rinse, wash, and repeat, and we do that until either someone gets 4 walls, because if someone ever gets 4 walls in front of them, then they win the game automatically, or until someone has 5 visitor tokens, at which point they win the game automatically, or until you go through the entire stack of visitor tokens, at which point you add up how many walls you have and how many people you have, and whoever has the most is the winner of Boo. In the case of a tie, the last of the tied players who won a visitor is the winner, and that, in a nutshell, is how you're going to play Boo. Alright then, Boo from BlackRock Games. What are my final thoughts? Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. First, on the con side, game's not going to be for everybody for a variety of different reasons. It's a very light, simple game in which you are just going to try to find your way from point A to point B using only one specific color. You might use some trapdoors, you might use the ghost, which makes you change a color, but still at its core, it's a very simple game, which might be a turnoff to some people. Another con that I have with this game is that some people, and I played with some people like this, are just inherently better at this. Their brain just is better at finding these patterns and finding the best way to get from point A to point B. And I've been in a game where I just got absolutely slapped in the face, and I consider myself pretty decent at the game, but this person just absolutely walloped the other 4 of us, and that's just going to be the nature of the beast with a game like this. Some people's brains are just going to wrap around this concept better, and they will be better at this game, which is unfortunate. Which is another thing. If you're playing this with kids, you are probably going to have to slow down a little bit in order to let them have an opportunity to do it, because they have a little bit more trouble doing this. At least the kids that I played with that were around 8, 9, and 10 years old. Another con that I have with this game is the fact that there is a built-in catch-up mechanism which some people will not like. Now, I personally really like the catch-up mechanism. The fact that you get the walls, and then the walls are going to make it harder for you to scare the people. But at the same time, I like it because it's an alternate victory condition. And a lot of the time, the game will end because someone is able to hit those 4 walls. Not to mention they count as points as well, so it doesn't really bug me that much. Any other cons I got in the game? No. Moving on to the pros, I really like Boo. It's going into my collection, and everyone I've played Boo with has really enjoyed it. My wife liked it. The kids in my classroom liked it. My son liked it, even though he got a little bit frustrated. He's only 4 years old, so obviously the game's not for him, but he could figure out how to play it. It's very easy to learn. It's very easy to teach. The rules are well done. The components are nice. It's easy to put the game together. It's easy to get the game up and running, and I like all of that. And the game just does something different, and that's what I really dig about this game, is that I cannot think of another game that I've played, and I've played a lot of games, obviously, that does this. It's just like a moving maze, like those mazes you used to take a pen or a pencil and try to find your way towards the end of the maze and you hit a dead end. That's what this game is. And it's a really interesting game to watch. I sat out one game and I let the kids play because I was just absolutely creaming them. And it's really bizarre. It's just so different because it's just, oh, all right, we're going right here. And then it's just silence. It's just dead silence as people are like, how do I get there? And then all of a sudden there's Boo! And everyone's like, oh, it's so close. And then they say the color, they're like, oh, that's the color I was going for. And it's a really interesting game in that aspect where it's just different, and I like the different. Everyone I've played with has liked the different. Do I think it's a game night game? I absolutely think this is a great family game, and I absolutely think this is a great children's game. If your kids are, say, 8, 9, 10 years old, I think they could easily play this by themselves. Now, this is a game night game, and I would say yes, as long as you go into it knowing that it is a filler game. And I would play this as a filler game night game, and the people that I played with that were gamers, the kind of people who play gamery games, enjoy this game as well. It's very different. It's not the kind of thing that I'd play all the time as a game night game, but as a nice change of pace, maybe a filler game while we're waiting for somebody to get there. I really dug it. It played well at all the different player counts, even though I will say, especially when you play with 6 players, man, it can get frustrating because you're just so close every single time and then somebody else gets it. But when you have 6 sets of eyes doing it, it's a lot harder to win, which is obvious. But in the end, I really enjoyed Boo. I think it's a fantastic family game. I think it's a good game night filler game, and I think this is a game that a lot of people are going to like, and I think it's the kind of game that if you get it, it's just going to get played, especially if you have kids ages, I'd say 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 plus. I think they're really going to dig this game because I know the kids that I played with really enjoyed this game, but at the same time, so do the adults. So that is Boo from BlackRock Games, one that I definitely can highly recommend if you're in the market for something a little bit different, a moving maze style game. Oh, that's another con that I have in this game, is that it is pretty much just a solitaire game. Everyone's trying to do the exact same thing at the exact same time, but hey, whatever. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below in the comments below. Let me know. Crossword search or Sudoku? Which one did you prefer? For me personally, Sudoku. I like numbers, but I like words. But let me know. Crossword or Sudoku, which would you rather do? And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.